course we're going to open it. That's what we do on the channel. We play pedals. So it looks like we've got, oh, that's pretty cool. So gives us a serial number, which is great, and gives us a little background on WazaCraft, and I believe, yep, the birth of the Tone Bender. So a little story regarding the collaboration. That's super cool. Register my product for the 5-year warranty. Manuals, I think. Wow, big manual. Okay, bunch of different languages. I was like, there's only 2 knobs on this thing. And there she is. Let's take a look. This is also my first WazaCraft pedal. I was hoping that I could do a WazaCraft episode before I got this, but that's okay. So what is WazaCraft? WazaCraft, up until this point, have been recreations of classic circuits and even ones that are currently made. So there's things like the Blues Driver, there's things like the SD1 Super Overdrive, but then other circuits that have otherwise been out of production, like the CE2 Chorus, the HM2 Heavy Metals coming out soon or might be out right now. As far as I know, this is the first one that is WazaCraft, but is strictly just this version. There wasn't anything before, obviously. 2 levels, just like on a real Tone Bender, level and attacking. I'm just going to leave it there. We'll plug it in just like that, and we'll see what goes on. WazaCraft will also typically have different modes, so all of them have been on the front, except the HM2 I know has one on the back, and this, oh, buffered bypass, or looks like true bypass. I assume that's what the through means. Got the serial number there. All WazaCraft stuff is made in Japan, which is cool regarding some of the current circuits. So even like a Blues Driver that's made in Taiwan or Malaysia will have has a WazaCraft version that's made in Japan. So the other thing that they will have, again, the HM2 I think is on the back, but on all these other ones are different modes. So for the other ones, they have standard and custom modes. So for like the CE2, for instance, there's at least 2 modes. There's the standard, which is just, hey, this is a CE2. Then there's a custom mode, which will switch it to the CE1 sound, which is pretty cool. Since there isn't another version of this one, it's just got 2 of its own things. So looks like we're starting in the middle here. And what people will do with fuzz pedals to give them that dying battery thing is they'll either, obviously, a battery over time will die and change the sound. Sometimes you'll have a different power supply that has lower voltage to simulate that. This one has 3 modes, so it's currently set in 9 volt, which I assume is the standard. But there's also a 7 and a 12, which is pretty interesting, so we'll check those out. They all have the silver screw style, which is a throwback to the original pedals back in the day, which is really cool. Again, just the 2 controls. Once again, serial number, the buffered or through, and then on the bottom here, we've got, I guess, another serial number, because that's the current format. It's kind of interesting. The sucker feels kind of heavy. So let's get this stuff out of the way and plug her in. Okay, I've run a guitar through it. I can talk. I got my Les Paul plugged in. Here's my clean signal. And now it's a used pedal. It's totally worthless. Alright, let's go. That's pretty cool. Let's mess around with the attack. Let's bring it all the way down. Whoa. kind of interesting. It seems to be very subtle. So let's start at the bottom again. You can hear more hum in the background or noise in the background, but that seems to be pretty subtle. I wonder. I really do like the chicken head knobs on here. I think that's super cool. Which is a throwback to the original. Interesting. I mean, overall, I like the initial sound, which is really good, because otherwise, yikes. No idea what he used on that song, but... Alright, let's bring him back to noon. Let's try switching to the 12 volt mode. That gives a little more oomph. Let's listen to that attack, low to high. Again, not super unbelievably transformative. So what I've done is now I'm in the neck pickup and I turn my tone all the way to 0. Back to the bridge pickup, full blast. Bridge pickup, tone all the way at 0. Tone back up. If you hit the harmonics right, I guess it's got enough. Alright. So, So we're still on bridge pickup, 12 volt mode. I was trying to decide if the level was strictly level or if it really had an effect on the sound. Jumping over to the 7 volt mode. Still in the bridge pickup, tone all the way up. I mean, I do think it sounds absolutely killer. Okay. On the 7 volt mode, I think this attack has a little more going on. As far as differences.